Thank you. It's really wonderful to see you all here today, and it's my great pleasure to be here. And on behalf of my co-conveners, Ragaya Busharov and Uday Chandra, I want to express our deepest gratitude to everyone who has joined us. Most of you have come from very far indeed, and we appreciate your efforts to help launch this exciting season. Oh yeah, absolutely. Perfect, yeah. We appreciate your efforts to help launch this exciting season, and we appreciate all of your contributions. A very special thanks to Hur Al-Qasimi, to Salah Hassan, to Satan Al-Hassan, and everyone here at the Africa Institute for both their incredible vision and really Herculean efforts to bring this event as well as the larger season to fruition. Now, as Salah has just outlined, this season, in tandem with the new journal Monsoon, aims to raise the profile of Indian Ocean studies and bring the complex history as well as the rich cultural heritage of the Indian Ocean, and specifically Africa's Indian Ocean islands, to a wider audience. With an eye toward expanding our appreciation of connections forged among diverse environments and societies across time, we wish to highlight islands as uniquely valuable frames through which to interpret Africa's history, to understand its present, and even to imagine its future. Building on the groundbreaking work of those here today and in Indian Ocean studies more generally, this season, as well as the new journal Monsoon, highlight the great many forces shaping the Indian Ocean rim. Forces such as overlapping forms of mobility and immobility, ecological change, the circulation of things and ideas, race and the legacies of slavery, art and cultural production, to name just a few. And Africa's islands are again critical for understanding all of these themes. Africa has occupied a central place in the Indian Ocean's matrix of connectivity. And the Indian Ocean's historical, cultural, economic, and geopolitical significance can hardly be overstated. More than 1/3 of the world's population lives within the Indian Ocean region. Much of the world's maritime traffic, most of the world's petroleum, depends on its waterways. And global as well as regional powers have long competed for influence. In our present multipolar world, the importance of the Indian Ocean and its wider basin is perhaps greater than ever before. As a result, and as I've tried to emphasize in my own work, the Indian Ocean is being radically reimagined as a critical space of social exchange and analysis by individuals, by communities, and maybe just as importantly, by states. And this is a process that's really intensified in the 21st century with rivalries among global powers, the proliferation, of course, of communication technologies, and as communities seek greater rights within and even beyond the context of the post-colonial nation. As a region, the Indian Ocean rim has long been defined by complex processes of engagement and translation, as evident in many island locales. Diverse travel and migratory waves have enriched poetry, art, literature, religion, and economic exchange. Shifting concepts of ethnicity, race, and gender norms, as well as slavery, indenture, colonialism, and empire, have all shaped Indian Ocean societies. These and many other themes we'll address this year deserve consideration, I think, not only in comparison with other world regions, but also because they engendered societies with very dynamic local identities, simultaneously informed by both regional currents and global currents. Additionally, unlike basins such as the Atlantic and the Mediterranean, the Indian Ocean region's unique nexus of translocal relationships, and Indian Ocean Africa specifically, has never received the attention that it merits. In joining the call of scholars, activists, and others to center Africa within studies of global relations, this season of the Africa Institute emphasizes the global importance and the vibrance of Indian Ocean African societies. Of course, islands have always been integral spaces of Indian Ocean economic, cultural, and intellectual exchange. From Madagascar's immense scale and large states to Mozambique Island's compact urban environment, islands have profoundly shaped African, Indian Ocean, and global histories, acting as crucial points of contact with societies both within and beyond continental Africa. They have been primary conduits through which people, goods, and ideas have moved. Their combination of social dynamism, particularity, and connectedness has ensured that islands such as Lamu and the Comoros have been effervescent spaces of cultural and intellectual production, and also spaces of social tension. The social environments of islands such as the Seychelles, Zanzibar, and Mauritius have contributed to distinctive forms of literature, music, dance, and other art forms in dialogue, again, with both continental and more distant societies. Islands have also faced both chronic and new environmental challenges, from cyclones and tsunamis to rising sea levels and the devastation of marine ecologies in consequence of contemporary climate change. But much as with cultural production, modes of adaptation to environmental change demonstrate the initiative as well as the resilience of island societies. This symposium, Reimagining Mobilities and Immobilities in the Indian Ocean, represents a multidisciplinary approach to some of the core themes of Indian Ocean studies and to the study of island societies, namely the modes and reverberations of connectivity, as well as place-boundedness, both across time. Now, responding to our invitation, a highly distinguished group of scholars has joined us today to elucidate these complex and ever-changing processes of engagement in the Indian Ocean world over many centuries. And on that note, let me just say one brief additional word about the journal Monsoon, which will be published by Duke University beginning in 2023 and generously supported by the Africa Institute. Like this symposium, Monsoon will offer a forum for presenting research, for debating critical themes, and highlighting emerging trends in Indian Ocean studies, again with a distinct emphasis on Africa and the Western Indian Ocean. Through both this season and Monsoon, we hope to make research on the Indian Ocean more legible across disciplines, and in the process, continue to propel Indian Ocean studies forward. In dialogue with other journals on the Indian Ocean and in African studies as well, Monsoon will provide a platform for research on new ways of understanding Indian Ocean perspectives, networks, and the region's global interfaces. We hope to carry forward the conversation from this season in the pages of Monsoon by crafting special issues for the journal, which will be focused on both emerging as well as core themes in Indian Ocean studies. So, to sum up, thinking the archipelago, Africa's Indian Ocean islands, and this, its inaugural symposium, highlights Indian Ocean rim societies and voices as crucial for interpreting Africa's past and its present. And we hope that this season can likewise further a discussion of African, Indian Ocean, and indeed global futures. Thank you again, and welcome.